Hello everyone, this is Ravinder from Logical Solutions. Let's see what are the new enhancements in SolidWorks Drawing 2024.
Collinear chain dimensions. Chain dimensions are aligned collinear and the text is automatically offset as needed. And the next one is highlighting reference entities and highlighting overridden dimensions when we manually override the dimensions. Let's see how these enhancements will work in the SolidWorks. Let's move on to the SolidWorks. I'm opening a drawing here in SolidWorks. This is the mounting plate drawing. And let me create a small chain dimensions for this drawing of the front view. I'm going to create a chain dimensions here. Usually chain dimensions are created for stack of dimensions related to each preceding feature. For reducing for this list, the chain dimensions are automatically aligned collinear for reducing manual cleanup steps. And once again, I'm giving chain dimensions here. You can see, observe here, the chain dimensions are automatically aligned collinearly and the text is automatically offset to this chain dimensions. This behavior is controlled with the system options. Let me show that the system options where it will be. Click on settings. Click on document properties. Click on dimension. In dimension, you can see the linear. And scroll down here, you can check collinearity options. Check offset text automatically when space is limited and check when override arrowheads or overlap substitute arrowheads with points. You can observe that here whenever overlap arrow marks, it will be replicated as a dot symbols. In this way, the text is automatically offset to each other. The next is in busy 2D drawings, it is difficult to tell what the dimensions attached to its different entities. For this release, we can simply tell that whenever placing a cursor to this dimension, it will automatically highlight its different entities with a different color. You can see whether they will be model edges, construction geometry, or vertices. You can see wherever I place my cursor, it's simply highlighting its different entities. This behavior also controlled with the system options. So for this, let me show the system option. Click on settings. Click on document properties. Click on detailing, and in scroll down, you can see highlight associate elements in a reference dimension selection. I have pre-selected this option. Okay. Sometimes we need to override the dimensions. That is easy to do from the property manager. Let me do that once again. I am going to click on 45 dimension and override this dimension. I am just changing the value to 46 mm. In previous, when we override the dimension, we didn't see that it is the overridden dimension or not. If you want to see that dimension, you can click that dimension and you can see from the property manager. For this release, you can simply see that the overridden dimension has a different color. We can simply identify this is the overridden dimension. See here 46 has been appeared in a different color. So for this behavior also, it's controlled with the system options. So I'm showing the system option. Click on settings, document properties, click on dimensions, and scroll down. Here you can check highlight overridden dimension in a different color. You can also specify the color for the overridden dimensions. So let me show that option also. Click on system option, click on colors. In colors, you can select drawing overridden dimension. In this way, we can also select different color for choosing overridden dimensions. Let's move on to the further enhancements in the drawing. Keep link to property open. For creating multiple property links in one step, we can create a node here and reattaching the dangling dimensions. We can select new attachment entity when drawing dimensions go to dangling. Let's move on to the SolidWorks and see how these enhancements will work. Simply, I'm opening a sub-assemblies drawing here, and I'm going to create a node for this isometric view. I'm using here property link and creating. In previous also we can create nodes with the property links, but this year we can create text string composed of multiple property links. Here I'm going to select different properties and you can see that the add option is available here. You can just click on it and you can select one more property name here, and you can click on add and you can select one more property here and click on add. In this way we can create compound nodes for this drawing. So in this way we can create, this is the big time saver for creating compound nodes. Let me change configuration of this view. I am selecting this view and changing this configuration of this view. You can see some of the dimensions has been dangling here. In previous, we can, if the dimension goes to dangling, we can simply delete or we can recreate for next time. For this release, we can simply right click this dangling dimension and you can see that option is new one option, that is reattach. You can simply click on new attach option and you can here see that red cross mark. The SolidWorks is automatically light the red cross mark. It tells that reference entity is missing. Now I am choosing new reference for this dimension and overcome this dangling dimension. One more time I am doing here this dangling dimension. Just right click this dimension, click on reattach. You can see that red cross mark has been highlighting here that reference entity is missing. Click on this edge, click on OK. In this way we can overcome the dangling dimensions and we can easily overcome these dimensions with the minimum of amount of work. Let's move on to the further enhancements in drawing. Opening detail mode by default. In previous also we have detailing mode option in previous releases. For this release we can improve performance when opening large drawings, and we can the next enhancement is select or delete multiple layers for repetitive steps. Let's move on to the drawings. I'm going to create selecting layers and I'm going to create multiple layers. I'm just creating layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, layer 5 like that. In previous also we can create layers. If we want to change modification or if we want to delete layers, in previous we can select each layer and we can modify and we can delete. For this release we can select multiple layers by pressing Ctrl, and you can modify with pressing Ctrl with choose to different color, or you can simply delete also by pressing Ctrl and selecting all the layers and delete. In this way we can modify or delete multiple layers at a single attempt. These are the few enhancements in drawing.